next is Pandas. So basically, this is a again open source, which is generally used to get the data, raw data into formatted. Like we can upload a text file CSV over here. We can again fetch a data from databases. Okay, so these are the things we can do with the Pandas. And Pandas gives you a formatted way. Through these data frames, we can pass those data frame to the machine learning algorithm or a deep learning algorithm. So this is what this Pandas help us. So we can create a data, or we can pass list, then tuples, then dictionaries to the Pandas, like data frames. Okay, so we
Okay.
will see everything over here, how we can do. And
Okay.
misconceptions we will see in actual demonstration, actual in data. So how we can upload a CSV data to. Okay, so that is in next thing, like exploring a data set. So before actually applying any machine learning or deep learning algorithms, we have to see what the data is, and that is called as the data exploration.
Correct.
What is the format, what are the features available. Okay, that is one of the a very important step in machine learning.
Mm-hmm.
And once we are done with that, we can easily pass the data actually to the machine learning algorithm. Nowadays the machine learning algorithms are already implemented like in libraries. So only as a programmer or as a good researcher, we have to work on the data.
Correct.
That is what I feel. The data is in a good format. We have to just pass it to the machine learning algorithm. We have to tune some parameters. Okay,
Yeah.
and that's done. The algorithm will give you the results. Okay, the
Mm-hmm.
accuracy. So we have to work on the data accurately as well as on the parameter tuning for the algorithm. That is what the machine learning is.
Okay.
So we'll start with this. As here we are going to use NumPy as well. So I have imported the NumPy as NP and the Pandas library. So Pandas, and the PD is the reference for that. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
We are going to see here, or in the next notebook, some plots that we can do with the open source library matplotlib. Okay,
Yeah.
so these are the steps. You aware this percentage sign? I mean, this is again
What
same with
that
the
library?
matplotlib. Uh, it is same as MATLAB. Suppose if I want the diagram, the plot in a same notebook, then I have
Yeah.
to include
Yeah.
this line.
But why percentage?
This is the inline statement, or you can say the syntax given by them.
Okay.
So
You use
when,
that plot, is it?
sorry,
So I have to use that compulsory.
suppose if you want the plot in a same notebook, then you have to use. Otherwise, if not, then by default it creates a different window for the plot.
Okay.
Okay, so that is the thing. Then how we can create a data frame. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so this is the syntax. So pd dot a date range is the function provided by the pandas. So
Mm-hmm.
here we have to give the starting date, and the period is equal to 6. So it generate next 6 dates
Correct.
basically from that. Okay, so we have created the dates, and this is the data frames. Data frames contains obviously the rows and columns. uh,
Mm-hmm.
so here pd dot data frame, and we have generated some random values by 6 by 4 columns. So these are the random values, okay,
Mm-hmm.
using this rand and function. And index are the dates, so these are the indexes. Okay, we
Yeah.
will see how we can get the rows using index, get the column, get the values from the columns basically. Okay,
Yeah.
so index means all these rows names, and columns we can define like this way.
Yeah.
Okay, so column is equal to ABCD, all this. Okay, so got it. How we can create the data frames and all.
Yes.
The another way is we can create the data frame using the dictionary. So this is the way. So here A is the name of the column, obviously over here, and here it is 1 point, and the column B is equal to PD dot timestamp. So in short, I have shown how we can create different columns in a how we
Yes.
can generate a data basically. Okay,
Correct.
so
Correct.
the default data. So PD dot timestamp where we can pass the date, and PD dot series is again. So one column is again nothing but a series. It is considered. Okay, so one and index list range. So how many times you want, we can give the list over here, and data type we can put it like float, int, whatever. Okay, then D column gives you again np dot array. So this is nothing but a numpy array we are creating uh, with 3 of the value 3 multiplied by 4 times. Okay, and the string data which is over here again multiple times. So these are the two, or these are the ways of creating a data frames basically. Okay,
Yes.
now in the next cell we'll see how we can get the d types of the data types of particular column. This is obviously needed in machine learning. If I want to know the what are the data is in my data set basically, then I can see the reference over here. So df, that is data frame dot d types. So it
Mm-hmm.
gives you all data types type basically.
Mm-hmm.
And this df dot head gives you the a glance of your data. So first 5 rows it gives you. Okay, and
Yeah.
tail gives you the last 5 rows. So
Mm-hmm.
this is the way of viewing, as we cannot if suppose there are 100 rows or thousands of rows, then I have to just see first 5 for a what data it is, then I can see using head or tail. That is the case. Then next is df dot index, which is nothing but obviously the this index type. Okay, and you can get the df dot columns by what column names are there. You can directly give like this.
So what do you mean by df dot index there?
So index means suppose this is my data frame, right? Then
Mm-hmm.
what index having my
Column.
data? Yeah, these are the
Okay.
index names to the rows basically.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Got it. Got it.
And similarly the columns separately we can get the values, and which returns a numpy array basically. So this is the
Mm-hmm.
numpy array. Okay, and this is more statistic way.
So
uh,
values, I just get the values in between, huh? The data itself.
yeah, similar, same.
So that becomes an array to me.
Yeah, it gives you numpy array.
Okay.
Next is we can get the glance for the data using this. So this is more statistic thing. So df dot describe gives you the summary of a data. So what is the count for a column? Okay,
Mm-hmm.
and then the count for b like this. Then what is the mean for my column a likewise. Then standard deviation, what is the minimum value, what is the maximum value, and this is what the range from 25%, 50%, and 75%. This
Okay.
gives you the glance for the whole data in just one function.
Mm-hmm.
Next, we can transpose our data by using df dot t. Capital T gives you that we can transpose our data. So rows becomes columns and columns becomes row over here. And the next is okay. So we how we can sort a data frame using some sorting functions. So it is available over here. So df dot sort. So df contains my whole data frame basically. So this is my df. Okay. Hello.
Yes, yes, Nilesh, I'm there. Sorry,
Yeah,
it
yeah,
wasn't talking like that.
yeah. Okay, okay, fine. So df dot sort indexes. So we can sort the index based on this function. So axis 0 is for index and axis 1 is for column. Suppose if I want to sort the columns,
Mm-hmm.
then I have to use 1. If I assign over here 0, then it becomes what? The index. We are sorting the index. Now I have assigned axis is equal to 1. That means we are sorting the columns in a ascending order. Sorry,
Okay.
descending order. Okay, got it?
Yeah.
Okay. Now we can also sort the values based on a particular column. Suppose if I want to sort the values based on the column B, then it becomes like this. So we are sorting the columns, column B, and automatically the other values are also sorted. Okay.
Okay.
So default, this is, so default, the value for axis is 0. Okay.
Okay.
The next thing is how we can select a particular column. Uh, if you remember, it is similar to your list
Yes.
tuples. Okay, we can assign the range over here. Similar. So df of a. So a means it's a name of the column. Whatever we have over here. Okay. So it gives you the indexes with the value of a. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Next is the column names like df.a. So this is the one way, and another way of accessing the value of a is df.a. So here we can give the name of the column dot a.
Yeah.
Okay. The another way of slicing, if I want to select particular rows or columns, then uh, the data frame supports slicing. So we are starting with 0 and 0 to 3. Okay, it gives you the part of that. So starting with 0, 1 and 2. Okay, next is we can sort with the help of name of the index actually.
Mm-hmm.
So this is what the starting and this is what the ending. Okay, 0 to this thing. Here it
Yeah.
takes as a index, so it starts with 0, and when we pass actually index, it takes exactly that reference. Okay, so 2 to 4 likewise.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, then the another thing is Boolean indexing. How we can get the values. Suppose if I want some values where uh, df dot a is greater than 0, then if you can see wherever it first target a, and if the value is greater than 0, then only it shows this.
But it shows everything, right? It doesn't show just A.
Yeah, but we are targeting only df dot a. So the condition is on a, and it shows once that condition is follows, it shows the other things also.
Okay. So that means if I have, okay, that actually is good, right? In the longer term, in an Excel sheet, or if I have to think, I have to throw away some columns where there is no data, missing data, nan or -1 or whatever. It's easy
Yeah,
for me then.
yeah.
You
So
just need
this,
to see wherever there is -1, just throw away that entire column,
yeah,
row,
yeah.
row entire.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And only show me the value of which are greater than 0, then it gives you this table basically. So wherever the value is greater than less than 0, it shows as an value. Otherwise it's a 0 thing.
No, but then okay. So still it will have hold all the data, but everywhere else it will show it as nan. Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Okay.
Hmm. Then how we can filter? So now the slicing and the Boolean indexing we have seen. Now
Mm-hmm.
how we can filter the particular thing. So what we are creating here, we have created a copy of whatever our df data frame. Okay, so df dot copy, so
Yes.
same data we'll put it into a df3. Okay,
Okay. Why
and
can't we just do df3 is equal to df?
no. Okay, so there is a function called as copy,
Yeah,
which
that's
helps.
there. But I'm asking what will happen if I do df3 is equal to df?
I'll see. Just run.
I mean, you can try in between here also. If you run this cell also, we can try here itself just to see what happens.
No, I have to run that pandas. So
Yeah, just run those two, then maybe we'll see.
yeah. I think we can create that. Yeah, that is also possible. So
I think, I mean,
assignment, just assigning the values.
but I mean, is there a difference? So below where you are doing df3 is equal to df, right? The dot copy.
Yeah.
Is it like a pointer? Is my question. So if you go down there, if I change anything in df3, will it change it back in df? No.
We have to check.
Is it like a pointer? Not here, down there in the df3 example.
Div selection.
So if you print df there, what will it come?
The values within df.
Okay, so we don't get that e column there, is
E
it?
column. Yeah.
Then what is the difference between this copy and just direct assignment? I don't understand.
Okay, just let's see here. It is just creating the
Copy
another
of
object.
this indices and data. Okay, but then that's what the assignment also does, no?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think just assignment.
Yes.
Mhm.
It's okay. Let's not discuss on this one. I think that's fine. Even
Okay.
this or that, that should not be a problem.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. Let's go ahead.
Next is filtering. So this is the way of adding another column into your existing data frame.
Yeah.
So df is created. We are creating another column e, and these are the values basically.
Mhm.
Uh, Here we will filter
Yeah.
values where the last column e, which contains only the value 2 and 4. So this is the way. So from df3 dot is in, we can pass the list.
Okay. Sorry. What does the last line do that I didn't understand?
Which one?
The df3 is in that line.
Okay.
So
So
what does that line do exactly?
we are selecting this is here the selected part is nothing but a condition So from column 3,
Okay,
now,
okay. Oh, it is like an if, is it?
yeah, yeah, yeah. So we are putting a
Okay, so
conditional
whichever has 2 and 4, only print that line in some sense.
yes, yes. So it
Okay,
matches the
cool.
last column.
Okay.
Again, TF. Now some more selection on things.
I think your mic is again far
Yeah,
from
yeah.
you.
Okay.
Yeah, that's better.
So here now, this is what the another DF created. So this is the again a dictionary where we have used. Uh,
Sorry, Nilesh, your voice is very, very slow. Sorry.
Hello.
Yeah, this.
Okay. So now this A column contains again a list of comma separated values, and
Mhm,
so this is what the dictionary we have created to design this DF data frame.
mhm.
So this is what the data frame. Now there are we can select uh, the values based on index location and based on the actual location. So there are some functions. So selecting using ilog. So
Mhm.
it is used to select rows and columns by number, okay, and
Okay.
by index, which we have already seen. Okay, so df dot ilog of 0. So 0 gives you the first row of the data frame basically. So this is what.
Correct.
Okay, so this row is printed. When we say df.ilog of 1, it gives you the second row.
Yes.
And the -1 is very similar to the list which we have seen. So it gives you the last thing, last
Right.
row of the, okay. And now this thing, here we are saying, show me all the rows, but the first column, all the rows and the column number 1
Correct.
first. Okay, so this is,
Yeah.
and again similarly the second column, so all the rows and second column, and
Yes.
here we are saying all the rows and last column. So these are the different way of getting the data from your data frame. Okay, so and this function helps you, this ilog help you with a number. We can just pass a number and it gives you the data.
Yeah.
Okay. If I want first 5 rows from the data frame, then this is the way. So df.ilog 0 to 5. So first 5 row it gives.
Yeah.
Next is all the rows and 0 to 2 column.
Yeah.
Now this is another magic. So we can select a data based on a particular rows and particular columns.
Yeah.
Okay, so if I want 0 to 4 rows and 0 and 2
Two
column,
column.
then this is the way. Okay. Here we are getting the data from, again, so kind of selection statement we can place. So
Yeah.
this ilog helps you with number, the index numbers. Now selecting using a location. So this is what the uh, data frame again. And
Mm-hmm.
if you observe over here, this data frame has
Mm-hmm.
no indexes, so only has the numbers. Okay,
Correct.
we are now assigning some names to these indexes over here.
Okay.
Okay, so
So if you have df.log, it can take the names as indexes, is it?
yeah, yeah. So
Okay.
here we will place df dot indexes, and we will assign these names to the indexes. Okay, so instead
Okay.
of now the default it is 0, like the numbers starting with the 0. When we pass index name to the index, it look like this basically.
Yes.
Yeah. And in the same way we can get the data, like here we are getting by location. So A and C rows and A to C columns. So it gives you the A to C column over here.
So instead of number, we are using the names of the index basically.
Names of the index. So this
Okay.
ilog and log functions help you with this.
Yes. Yes. Okay. ilog meaning like integer sort of.
Sorry.
I meaning integer there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Index based. So where we use in Java or C, we use a of 0, array a of 0, then it gives you the first occurrence like this.
No, no, I meant like there it is I log, here it is log, no. So I thought there I because integer locations, here it is just locations.
Yeah, similar.
Okay.
Now next is df.log.
Mm-hmm.
uh, we can we This is again a condition we can put. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so this df of a, so in column a, wherever f double o foo, we have just show me those rows and show me the column a to d.
Correct.
So this is the again condition we can put. And another one is show me only values which are ends with e.
Got it.
Okay, so df from the column b, we are putting this str dot ends with e. So only see, it is not showing two rows.
Hmm. Got it.
And this is the command which we have already seen. So uh, is in 0, 1 and 2. So only show me those rows where the values are 1 and 2. Okay.
Yes.
Mm, okay, so this is what df.log, df from d greater than 0, and show me the comma separate, and these are the columns which I want over here. So a b c d. So in short, got it, na? This iLock and lock functionality,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
we can put a lot of uh, conditions and get the
Yes.
data.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. That's more clear.
Okay. Next is we can see the how we can group the data, how we can shape it. Okay. So same data frame we are using, group by A, and give me the sum.
Okay.
Okay. So here we are summing with the help of bar and foo. So here it considers only this numerical values.
Hmm.
Okay, then group by multiple columns. How we can group the data by multiple columns? So group by, we just pass the list inside the group by function. So first it groups by A, then it group by B, and it gives you the sum of the multiple columns of inside. Okay,
Okay.
so this is the group by function which we can use.
What is the sum by sum does there? What sum exactly happening?
Sum is just summing the values. So if you observe over here,
Values I want to know.
uh, if you observe df over here, so wherever the value 4, 1, 2, the like A, C, E, G, and H, it just sum those value for C column.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
and similarly bar for this thing D. So
Okay.
it just this value plus this value likewise, just give you the sum of this thing. Okay.
So when you said that, basically, if you go down, okay, if you said group by A
Hmm.
above there, and you said sum,
Hmm.
so it sums all the foods and all the bars, is it? Okay, okay,
Yeah,
got it, got
yeah,
it, got
similar.
it.
Okay, and if you want to sum the
Yes.
again by multiple columns, then this is the like A and B. First we are passing the value A, the
Okay.
column A, and then column B. So first it takes bar and then whatever 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2,
Yes, yes, yes.
okay. So here we can create the pivot tables and all that I'll show you in the next slide. Now how we can save the data uh, into CSV.
Mm-hmm.
So this is what df dot
To
to
CSV.
CSV is the function, and we have to just name it like foo.csv, and we can say that index we don't want, then it won't save as with the index. Okay, so index is equal to false. These
Okay.
are the defined things. Okay, again, if I want to read the same data, then there's a function called as read, and just we have to give the path for the file. It reads the
Mm-hmm.
data. So this is what the data from that foo.csv file.
Mm-hmm.
And remove the file, then just os.remove. This is
Mm-hmm.
the Python functionality which we have. Again, we can save the data to Excel. So df.to Excel,
Mm-hmm.
and we can also give the name to the sheet over here. And we can read the data from just read Excel sheet one, and we if you want index